Hey guys, and welcome back. So, today we're talking about Scrollwork. As you can see, absolutely nothing here. And all we're going to use is a pencil. Obviously, if you want to make it permanent, do a fine liner or whatnot. But, that's all I'm going to be using for today. So, there's lots of different ways and different types to do of scroll work that you can do, and you can combine as many of them as you want to make your own style. It's extremely flexible in that you can just kind of make it do whatever you want, and it still gives a very great feel to it, and it still gives like that sort of very intricate vibe. And honestly, personally, I guess I could say that I don't think it's a lot of work. I think it's a lot of fun and it's easy to do. So let's get started. Um, Basics for scroll work. We're going to have anything you do is going to be basically a curve, and it's going to go in like this, or it's going to go the opposite way. It's just going to be curves. That's basic for just about everything. From that, you can work it into little balls. You can work it into little leaf shapes. If we're in camera, you know. You can have little offshoots. A couple of things I do want you to think about while you are doing your own scroll work is it's not that hard. It takes practice. You are your own worst nightmare. Get over yourself and just pick up your pencil and do it. The more you think about it and the more you try and overthink it, the harder it will be. Pick up your pencil or your pen and just go for it. If you make a mistake, it's not a mistake. You turn it into something good, okay? Like, just don't try and overthink things. I think that's the biggest problem. People look at finished scroll work and they go, oh my gosh, that's amazing. I could never do that. First off, yes, you could. It's not that hard and it takes practice. So, everything just goes into curves. Whether it's an elongated curve, more like an oval, whether it is a very round curve. Remember, I've been drawing for a long time, so my curves look pretty or whatever, but just takes practice. I love drawing circles. I have always loved drawing circles and spirals and stuff like that. So, again, it's just practice. Get out a French curve if you have a French curve, and that can help you sometimes. Get out something to trace. You have a roll of tape. Get that curve in there, and then just go, I'm trying to make a ball at the end. So I make a ball, and I'm going to follow the curve back. And then you can just go in here and you can clean it up, or you can do it in pen and then erase your pencil lines. Or if you're doing it in pen and you go, oh, I need to correct this curve. Looks better if I go like that. Okay. And you're doing it in pen, just fill that in. Like, then you have thick and thin lines, which makes it more interesting, which is a good thing. So, you've got your basic shapes, which would be like a ball, and then you could have, start, just about the same width if you can, and do another one in here, and continue bringing it out here. This in here. If it doesn't look right, that's okay. Like, do another one. we'll add some lines because why not? Okay? Like, you just continue adding and building onto it. It's not difficult. Okay, one of the other ones that's really good that I like is sort of like the more leafy versions, which are found a lot of times. So with that, you're going to continue, you know, a curve. You're going to go up and around, and then you're going to start coming back around, and then you're going to stop, and you're going to come out and do like a little leafy thing and start coming down again, and then you're going to go out. You're going to do another leafy thing. You're going to come out, and you're going to do another leafy thing. You can come down. Oh, that was a horrible looking leafy thing, wasn't it? Let's do a better curvy thing there. Thick at the bottom, thin at the top. So when you do leafy things, thin at the top, thicker at the bottom, or in the middle. You can make these things come down. And do one with 3 on it. So we'll go out. We'll make this turn into a leaf. And then we'll do a leaf in the middle. And we'll do a leaf at this side. And make it curve back in. Okay? And then when you see it, old Scrollwork, like, or in like wristwatches and stuff like that, like you'll get those little like lines that go in it, and you just basically like echoing the curves with the lines. You can do as many of those as you want, just depending on your style, how you like it. Try a whole bunch of ways to do it so that you find a way that you can do it, and it's easy. I promise. When you do some bigger ones like this, and then you just have some little like offshoots in there, and just make some little curls. Remember, don't overthink it. Don't look at something and say, I can't. You can. It takes practice. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be hard on yourself. Do a curl. Do a curl. Practice. Do whole thingies of curls. See, that doesn't even like take any kind of anything. Like, and then just go back in and say, oh, I'll make this thicker here. And color this in. And then, oh, I'll make this one thicker too. And color this one in. And it's like, well, I like that thicker look. Okay, so I want to make this one thicker. But like by a lot. So make that one thicker by a lot. Color it in if you want to. If you don't, don't. If you're like me and you mess up a lot, just color a lot of stuff in. So, then I'll do another one around it because thick and thin lines are cool. Okay? Not difficult. You can do this. Let's do another curve out here. And then flick it. And then do a leafy thing. And then do another curve this way and flick it. And do another leafy thing. And then we'll do, I don't know what these are. They're like antennae or something. I don't know. Make it your own. And we'll have some curls. We'll turn this one into a bulb, right? Curl and then start in here just a little bit. And then very slowly just follow the curve you just made. And end it right into your main one. See how janky it looks? Looks really janky. So just go back over it if you think it looks janky. Make it thicker, make it thinner if you're using pencil. It's super easy, guys. You can do it, I promise. So, when you've got, move this around so you can see, a gem that you want to do your gem, and then just use that as your starting point for all your main lines. And then you can build off of it, right? So do one this way, and then a main line comes this way. Do one in here. Do this one. Like just build it up. And just anywhere where it's curving, because they all curve like that. So just find that curve. Curve it the opposite way. This one's going to come this way. And then we'll pretend that this curve goes in here. And do a bigger one so it looks kind of like an S. And move it this way with it. And there you have it. And now just finikin play with it. You know, make some of these thicker. Go in here and double some of these lines. There, we'll double that one. Double this one. We'll turn this one into a little bulby thingy. We'll add a leaf for no reason. We'll add another leaf for no reason. So leaves like that just go out one way like this. And when you're coming back down, you can either come up and meet it, or you can come back down and then just go out and around. Personally, I like when they're like kind of chubby like that. You know, it makes me think of me. So, go out this way and come back down and go out, make it a little chubby. And we'll continue it into this one. See? You can do this. I promise. This one we didn't even connect. So we'll go in here and do this. Now, some little other things that you can do on these when you're building stuff out is these little like, I don't know, they're like tiny curls. But you do a curl. You don't go all the way in. And then you do like a little tiny curl and bring it in like that. And you can make the big, like, it's like a fat curl. Okay? And then you just do this little tiny one, right? So, you do the little tiny one first. And come out here and do the big one. Or you can do the big one first. And then do the tiny one second. Those are fun to do as well. So you can add those on if you want. And change that so it looks a little bit like that. See? You got this. So, figure it out how you like to do it. I'm always a fan of like the little tiny round things. But you can also do, you know, hold on, let me see. Let's do this one as like some kind of big leafy thing. right? Sure, why not? That looks okay. Looks random as all get out. Okay, and then we'll just do like, okay, so down the curve, and then we'll do like a little leafy thing that's like built into the side of it, right? These look so weird. Just remember that everything ends up going back onto that main line, like super close to it, right? So like, do one of these thingies. So you can do this. Just remember, it's just a matter of practice. Go online and find some reference pictures. Don't copy them. Just say, like, oh, this goes this way, and then it goes like that, and it has like a little end to it, and it comes back around. And this one goes this way, and it has a leaf thing at the end, so we'll just do that too. And then it comes out here, and it has a little antenna looking deal. And then I want to put a scrolly thing in here. It's just, Scrollwork is just another way to doodle where it just all looks very scrolly. Technical term, guys. I like it because I've always loved curves and circles and stuff like that, so enjoy it. Work at it. It's, and continue building it. Like, the more you do on it, the more detailed it looks, the better it looks. If you're thinking, oh, mine's too detailed. No, it's not, I promise. Do some, like, little line thingies that, like, have no reason to be there at all. Ta-da! If you're using a pencil, once you're finished, go over your main lines in pen, and then edit everything out with an eraser. That's what they're for. My mom always told me that these were computers. You have the printing end, and you have the erasing end, or the editing end. And so, that's all you need. Go over the main lines in pen and edit out all the quote-unquote mistakes. Like, if you don't want this, in here, just erase it after you've gone over these with pen. Then you have it all. Only the good parts. So, like I said, it's not hard. You can do this. And I want to see it. I want to see it in Gemho's. And I want to see you posting on Instagram and everything else. Tag me. I want to see your scroll work. Okay. Talk to you guys next time. Bye.